Hey, everybody.
Hello, hooty-hoo.
Hooty-hoo. Welcome to the StabCast. I'm Dizzle.
And I'm Mindy.
And we're here on another spooky Sunday. And today we're talking about one of my favorite genres of horror that, makes Mindy sick.
It doesn't make me sick, okay, guys? It's just not my cup of tea.
No. And we're talking zombies, baby. We got zombies on the Horror Channel today, which is one of my favorite subgenres of horror. That doesn't get it. Well, it gets a lot of love, actually. And people, it's one of people's favorites. I feel like all horror fans, you either love zombies or you fucking hate it. And
I don't fucking hate them.
I know you don't. I'm just
they're not my cup of tea. They're kind of like cannibals as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my god. Yeah, but it's less. I'd rather see a zombie eat somebody than a human being eat some. It's way different.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. One's like, hey, like I get up, I pay my bills, and then I eat people. That's disgusting. That's weird. Whereas like a zombie's just like, brains. Like that's way like Green Inferno compared to Walking Dead. You can't tell me that that's more
the Green Inferno was ridiculous in a different movie. Okay,
it's where they eat people.
Oh my god. It is an island where they capture people
and eat them, and it sucks.
They need nutrients. Okay, let's just go to this. Can we just?
But Resident Evil is the zombie movie we're talking about, and this is a controversial one in its own right because this is the Mila Jovovich one. Though I'm never going to be able to pronounce her name right.
Mila Jovovich, I believe.
That felt good, even if it wasn't. It felt good, but. And directed by Paul Anderson, Paul W.R. whatever the hell Anderson, and I'm doing a great job at introducing him. But it's universally known that those two were banging and married, and a lot of people don't like that Resident Evil. That's not about a chick named Alice. The video games. There's not an Alice in the games.
No Alice.
There's not an Alice.
No Alice, and I know this because I played the video games with him.
Yes. So, and the video games, by the way, have tons of lore that you could make movies about. Tons of lore. And people, the video game fan.
We actually did when we were little.
Yeah, we did our own little movies, which was fun. And the video game fan knows all the lore and doesn't want to see like some action hero chick. Like you said before the show, and I'll actually let you say it because it's a good point. Who does she remind you of, video game-wise?
Lara Croft.
Yeah. Laura, which I thought is she is kind of like Tomb Raider, just coming in and kicking ass. And she's got like superpowers by like the second or third one. And it's basically like her movie where she's kicking ass. And you introduce Chris Redfield and other characters, but they don't mean shit compared to her because she's so bad fucking ass. And that hurt and that pissed the fans off. But on the other side, for casual people, these movies made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
These movies made a shit ton of money, and then when they finally made one based on the video games,
it didn't make any money.
Didn't make that much money. It was Pandusky, the 2021, so a bad year for movies. I loved it, but we liked it, but it didn't generate that much dough, and it got the same sort of negative reviews because casual fans didn't enjoy it as much. I thought it was great, but these, especially this one. This is before it becomes an action movie like franchise. This is still.
I was getting heavy action, but okay.
Of course, but it's trying to give you more survival horror too. You don't get scenes like the guy getting in the elevator and pulled in and shit.
Oh! Speaking of scenes, I do like the grid thing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
The grid's cool.
That fucking like laser thing.
Yeah. That's what felt like an action movie. Yeah, what takes out all the fucking soldiers at the beginning.
Yeah, and like she thinks that she got one of them safe, and like it just like fucking turned into a grid and hit him.
Yeah, because it's a convoluted plot. They kept some things from the game, like Umbrella Corp. Because Umbrella Corp is in the game, like this evil and the T-virus and all that shit. That is in the game, and that's sort of faithful to it. But all the other things, like
and Raccoon City is in the game as well.
Yeah, and Raccoon City and stuff like that. That is in the Resident Evil games, and it does work here. But it's kind of a convoluted plot about the Red Queen and this AI system, which I love movies that call it. I was just looking at. It was it's like Smart House on steroids. You remember that movie with Peg Bundy? on the Disney Channel.
With your favorite,
God's gift to planet Earth, Ryan Merriman.
As he's running away, screaming, "It's Attack of the Killer Oranges!"
Greatest kid actor of all time that doesn't get his. That and Luck of the Irish is a great run.
Oh my God, here we go.
Don't get me going. But yeah, but this movie with the Red Queen, it works in aspects, and yeah, that brings it a little more actiony and sci-fi with the Red Queen and the AI setup and stuff. But I do the way the zombies are approached and the way they kind of slowly start to fuck with them, and then like kind of grow as a horde later on throughout the film as like more doors get unlocked in the building. It does kind of have that survival horror feel of the early video games. Whereas the movies, if you watch the fucking Resident Evil Afterlife or one of the later ones, it's just a big action scene of her just doing kicks and looking
like
badass.
Silent Hill Revelation was.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, but actually way worse. It's like just a straight, and it becomes about clones and shit, and her being cloned and stuff like that. It completely gets away from like zombies.
Clones now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the video game gets away from zombies in itself. I played the 5th one. I played the 6th one. They're not even zombies anymore. They're just creatures.
Yeah, they brought it back though in these last ones. Though.
Did they?
Yeah, because the 5th and 6th are known for sucking because they try to follow the movies and go action. And then they brought it back. Resident Evil Requiem that came out a month ago that brought back.
It wasn't that bad. I liked those games.
I thought they were fun too. But Resident Evil Requiem that they brought back Leon Kennedy, it came out a month ago. People are talking about it winning Game of the Year. They love it. Resident Evil's back. That's why we're doing this episode. Because Resident Evil's back in the zeitgeist because of that. People are talking about it again because that game's so fucking awesome. And Hollywood has bit this apple more than just even the 2 times we said. They had that terrible show on Netflix too, which lasted a season. And,
did they?
Yeah. There was a Resident Evil program on Netflix that was completely unrelated to the Raccoon City thing, and it came out like a year after that.
No idea.
Yeah, and it was about Wesker and his kids, and it was just stupid.
Why would they cover Wesker and his kids?
I mean, that's what they felt like doing, and it was bad.
Yeah.
So
sounds bad.
I'm surprised, and they're going to do this again too, and it's not going to be a sequel to the Raccoon City one. It's going to be another reboot. So this, I mean, people.
Wait, so they're rebooting another reboot to reboot?
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus! I hate it when.
Yeah.
I hate it when movie directors do this to me.
Yeah, I'd rather just see like the story continue. I was happy when they rebooted it from Alice. No offense, and I know that's what we're here to talk about. But I was happy when they got away from that because she had like 6 movies of kicking ass, which is cool. But after the final chapter, I was ready for it to be the final chapter. But this one has a charm to it. I think the characters in this, I like Matt a lot.
Matt is really nice. I feel really bad for Matt.
I feel bad for Matt too.
I really like the Hispanic girl. She's got chutzpah.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez is the fuck.
She is hilarious.
She has always been good. Always been great.
She was really good in this part, though.
She's in Fast and Furious, isn't she?
Yes.
But yes, it's directed by Paul W. Anderson. Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez is the shit.
Yeah, she really is. She's an incredible actress.
And she's Rain Ocampo in this.
And
none of these people are from the game.
No.
I like Matt. Spence is an asshole. The Alice's husband, so to speak. And you do think, and as a kid, they did a good job at making you think he could be a good guy.
Did they?
I think so.
I mean, you watched it as a child, though.
Yeah.
Like
Did you think he was evil the whole time?
I wasn't sure what he was.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was just a dumbass.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't realize that he had like concluded the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He really didn't have that much flair or pizzazz for me.
I thought he had a swagger to him, like when Kaplan was trying to open the elevated door and the hordes on them, the zombies, and he's like, "Come on, hurry up!" Like he's like outside the door, he's like and he like looks kind of badass, but he's not helping at all. He's like, "Let's go, get it done." And this guy's like, 1, 2, 0, 5, and having trouble. And then the one guy takes over, and that's to me one of the best scenes in the movie, where Michelle Rodriguez's man it's very implied that they're banging.
Well, she even says, "You killed my boyfriend, you stupid bitch."
Yeah, so that's even more than implied. And he goes and he takes from Kaplan, who's trying to get the elevator, and he takes over from him, and he fucking gets the code easy. He's like, "How easy was that? Or how hard was that?" And then fucking the elevator full of zombies that we see at the beginning just fucking devour this motherfucker. And I think that I'm like, when I watch that, I was like, that's Resident Evil. That's how you do zombies well. That is a great scene. Because you think a bunch of people die in an elevator, they become zombies. Like, that is got to be terrible. If I'm in an apocalypse, I would like think twice before I opened an elevator. Because I'd be like, oh God, what if this is chock full of fucking zombies? Then I'm screwed.
That's what you think when you open an elevator.
Maybe. I might. Well, if there were zombies around, yeah. Because I would think, I wouldn't even take a shit without checking the stall, because I would think there's a zombie in the stall.
That is appropriate.
Yeah. Well,
elevator's a little too far.
I mean, you get scared riding in an elevator because you think it's gonna fucking crash. I've been in an elevator.
It is an irrational fear.
Yeah, you have worse elevator anxiety than I do. There's nothing wrong with thinking a zombie might be in there. I've been in some elevators late night at some hotels, and some of the people do look like zombies in there, by the way. Me being one of them. That was
would have known we would have got a whole episode of us just arguing.
I mean, check the archives. it's in there a lot, probably. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that scene. I think that's one of the better scenes in the movie, is him getting swept in the elevator. And because it's kind of emotional, because she's upset about it too. Mm-hmm. And the rest of the group's like, holy shit, he's getting his face fucking eaten off. And the way I love zombie movies and zombie things, when you see a dude's like face like in the whole, and they're not even eating him. It doesn't even look that bad. You just see their faces like on his head going like this, and he's like kind of like slowly going down. And it's like, oh, he's gone. Get back. Like whenever you see that, it's like there's no coming back from that. He's getting feasted on.
Feasted.
He's getting straight feasted.
Like a barbecue.
Like a barbecue. I liked Kaplan in this movie too. He was kind of a pussy, and he's like the smart guy, but he's like trying his best. But he was fucked up a couple
smart
times.
Guy.
He was helpful in areas, and he also like screwed up a couple times. It was cringy as fuck when the zombies were on him. He's like, "You're gonna work for your meal." I didn't like that part. I've never liked that part.
Yeah, I thought that was really stupid.
It is stupid, especially because they don't
even.
You're
gonna sacrifice yourself and then say that to them. What the fuck?
And they don't even need him. He shows up at the end like, "Hey,
what's up?"
And then he gets eaten by that fucking monster tearing out of the train like a fucking. The door flies off. It's like, "See ya, Cap. You're done.
You're done."
And it was. He's a fun, endearing character, and it's funny when the laser. And that's another time where Spence isn't helping at all, but he's like, dude, they're dying in there.
Yeah, the laser. He's like, they are dying in there. We need to hurry up.
He's like, dude,
at least Alice is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, we need to get him out of there.
Yeah, they're all.
It's like, dude, no, change your tune.
And I do think the Little Red Queen, she did a good job of sounding evil, especially when we watch it now because it's mid-2000s. It just comes across as a bit campy. But you got to think, when it came out back
I liked
the day,
the Red Queen. I thought she was a good little addition.
She's suspenseful. And I remember me and my friends watching it and all quote, "You're all going to die down here." Like, that is scary shit. It is kind of fucking creepy.
I mean, it's happened before, but there's just something weird about her.
She is weird. But then you see the actual little girl that she was made off of.
Yeah.
In the second movie, Apocalypse, which this kind of does set the grounds for in a good way a lot. Because Matt getting slashed at the end and shit growing out of his claws, he's Nemesis in the sequel, and Alice has to fight him, and that's an emotional movie. And he's like controlled by the government and shit. And that's pretty cool. And Nemesis is in the video game, so it's sick.
Gotcha.
So this sets up a couple things for that pretty well. I mean, straight as the ending of the movie is her coming out into Raccoon City, seeing that zombies have infected the streets, cock a fucking gun, and it's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And the second one feels like, all right, now we're here. Now she's ready.
Yeah.
And This movie has always been it's childhood flair. This is nostalgia for me. It's super fun. I do think it holds up as a creepy horror movie. I think this is kind of a creepy zombie movie that if you watch it with the lights off at 2 a.m., you might go, huh, a couple times. They do the jump scares pretty well.
I thought it was a good movie for what it was.
Yeah, you were dreading this poll anyway. This and Constantine.
I begged you guys to please pick Constantine, and you turned your backs on me.
You just wanted sexy Keanu Reeves smoking
I don't even like Keanu Reeves.
How can you not like Keanu Reeves? I even think he's sexy.
I don't like Keanu Reeves. I don't like Brad Pitt unless he has long hair.
What?
Unless he has long hair.
You don't like Pitt?
Unless he has long hair, like in Legends of the Fall.
How can you not like Pitt?
Oh my God, I'm kidding it.
He's one of the handsome.
What about World War Z? Did you like him in there? His hair was mid-length.
It was pretty long in World War. What about Bullet Train? It's long in Bullet Train, and he's handsome. Brad Pitt is one of America's treasures. He seems like a bad father in real life, but I've heard some reports like, holy shit. But he is America's treasure. He is one of the best on screen. If it's Brad Pitt over Cruise can jump off that fucking cliff any day of the week.
Okay, please don't get us banned.
What? I like Pitt. There's nothing wrong with liking a little Pitt in your life. You could use a little Pitt in your life.
I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys.
No, we're
no.
We gotta soak in the Resident Evil fun here, Mindy. You know you loved it. You know you love Alice.
Alice, I could have dealt without, honestly.
She's the lead in the movie.
Yeah, but I would have rather somebody else.
Well, and then that's the video game fans' problem. They hate her, and they're like,
I don't hate her. I'm not going to take it that far, but it's like, I don't.
Well, a lot of people think she has no personality either, and she's just kind of an ass kicker. Like, she doesn't really show much. That. I do think she shows some emotion to Spence, and she feels really betrayed when he fucks her over. Even though they do that kind of quick, of he fucks her over, he gets out of there, he gets fucked up by that zombie real quick, or that big monster, and then she finds him and shoots him.
No, she decapitates him.
Oh, whatever the fuck. But she takes him down. And that happened all in the span of like 5 minutes. And it's like, I thought that would be like more like a half-hour build. Matt's my favorite character in this movie. When I remember watching this at the kid, him being an Ugly Betty is what made me an Ugly Betty fan. Which I don't know why I'm admitting that on the internet, but I love Ugly Betty, the show back in the day. And him being in there is one of the reasons I did. Because I'm like, oh, that's Matt from the fucking Resident Evil. And he was a good guy, and he was in cuffs half this time, and he could have fucking died throughout the whole movie, and he just kept surviving. Yeah. And you got to admit, the zombie and the little tanks are scary when they're walking at the water tanks with the faces, and they like show up. And the girl that opens her eye, that's creepy.
That is creepy.
And like you said with the grid, when the soldiers go down to the lasers, especially when it stops, when it becomes all of them, and you just see his face and everything slide off, those special effects to that is hilarious.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kill in the movie? That?
Those guys were my favorite because they tried so hard to like get over the grid. Like they jumped, they still died.
Yeah.
They ducked, they still died.
Yeah.
A guy hung from ceiling, still died. So it was just hilarious to me how like 6 people died in one scene, all while trying to not die.
Which is funny, because you think about all the people that died. I think one of them died from zombies. I think the elevator dude, and technically Michelle Rodriguez, because she turned. What?
We had somebody commenting something.
Yeah, let's just stop the whole program.
No, keep going. I said I needed to stop.
But yeah, I think there's like that dude and Michelle Rodriguez who gets infected. And then she eventually, which by the way, this bitch is getting bit the whole movie. Like Michelle Rodriguez, and one point when she first gets bit, it's like, oh God, I hope she's okay. But then she just like keeps just like they just keep fucking taking chunks out of this poor woman. And even that dude that like she was fucking, that guy, because she found him later and he was a zombie. He took a bite out of her before she took him out. So she when she finally turned, it was like, Jesus Christ, it's about time. You should have been dead. But that scene when they fake it out and she's like, I'm still alive. It's like, holy, how? How?
Somebody like to explain this to me?
But most of the people died from other shit and monsters. Like Kaplan died from that monster on the train.
Mhm.
Spence died from that monster in the hallway that was
Mhm.
trying to get into them. The soldiers that you like, they died from the grid and the lasers and shit. There's like 2 people that actually died from zombies in the zombie movie, if you actually think about it.
It's really true.
But
Very true.
my favorite kill would probably go to Kaplan. Because for a second, it's like, oh, he's going to make it on the train. And then it's like, oh, no, he's not. And just to see him like pull him out, it was kind of entertaining to me. And all the other characters' faces like, oh, fuck. And then Matt just closes the door. And he's like, all right, we're going to be. It's like, no, it's going to open it back up.
Yeah, it's not gonna be okay.
Yeah, you can't just close
shut the door and walk away.
Yeah, I wish you could, but you can't. Overall, what would you give this as a rating, Mindy?
I was gonna give it a 6, but then I realized that I was doing it off my own recommendations.
Yeah.
So, as a horror movie person, I would have to give it an 8 because I think that it's not the best, but I think it was good for what it was for, and the fact that it came out like several years ago, like 22 years ago or 24 years ago. So, yeah, it did good.
It did Gucci.
It did Gucci.
All right, well,
I like Raccoon City better, but that's just my own personal.
the one we saw in theaters.
Yeah, that's just my own personal shit. I mean, like, me and him have been acting out that movie before it was even a thing.
Yeah. And I like that one better too because it's more faithful. But
Yeah.
I find this one, to me, the first 3, if they would have stopped the original Resident Evils, the Alice movies, a trilogy, I think it would have held up as a damn good trilogy. By the way, money-wise, these movies fucking did great money. I think this is like made some of the least, and it made $100 million, which is pretty damn good.
That's
For 33 budget.
incredible.
And then it would go on to make like $300 million and shit in the future. So they kept making cash. And so I'm going to give this a 9 because I think it's a good zombie movie. I think it's a great zombie movie, and it's a pretty damn good like early 2000s horror movie. Okay. It's no Dawn of the Dead for me, but it's it's like a rung under that. It's pretty fun for me.
Okay.
Some of the performances don't age well. I'll give that to you. They do come across as a bit corny, but I just love it. So, all right, you want to tell people what we're doing next week?
So next week we have a very special show. We are getting into our favorite season, summer. And the reason why summer is our favorite season is because of summer camps.
Yeah.
We've never been to one. We never went to summer camp.
I went to fat camp once.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
I broke out.
I'm a resistor. I should know this. No, you didn't. Yeah. Anyways, it is summer camp season. So what's the best kick us off than the new movie 2026 on Tubi called Marshmallow?
Yes.
Now, I cannot give anything away because I don't know yet, but hopefully this is going to be a huge show. I really hope everything works out. If it doesn't, it's just going to be me and him talking about it, but it's okay because I think he's going to love this movie. So,
it's going to be a good review regardless. We may have a special guest, may or may not.
Yeah, maybe.
Card is subject to change.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited to talk about it. I love a camp movie myself. That's probably my favorite subgenre in horror.
It is.
Being Friday, being my favorite shit. So I'm excited.
Other than zombies.
Yes. Probably a lot more. A camp slasher really gets my jiggies rolling. Whatever that means. But
gotta see it on the internet.
All right. But I'm excited, and we'll see everybody next time.
Bye, guys.
Give 'em a
Hootie
hootie
hoo.
My jiggies.
Good stop.